Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
Okay, I need to vent, and I need validation that I'm not going insane. My husband, Mark, and I welcomed our baby boy, Leo, 3 months ago. It's been a whirlwind, as all new parents know, but mostly wonderful. What's not wonderful is my Eleanor, and her relentless help that feels more like an invasion. Eleanor has always been. A lot. Before Leo was born, she practically appointed herself co-parent, buying an absurd amount of baby gear we didn't want or need, including a vintage bassinet she used for Mark that looked like a death trap, and insisting she'd be on call for us 24/7. We tried to gently manage expectations, explaining we'd let her know when we needed help, but she just smiled and nodded like we were naive children. After Leo arrived, it got worse. She'd show up unannounced, stay for hours, take Leo from me the moment I sat down, and give me unsolicited advice about everything from how to burp him, her way, of course, to how I should dress him, in outfits she'd bought, naturally, even if they were the wrong size. She even once tried to convince me to try an old family remedy for colic that involved diluted prune juice for a 6-week-old. I shut that down fast. The mental toll is immense. I'm already sleep-deprived and hormonal, and having to be on guard every time she's around is exhausting. I've talked to Mark countless times. He agrees with me. He sees how she oversteps. We agreed on firm boundaries. All visits must be prearranged, limited to an hour or two, and absolutely no unsupervised time with Leo, especially at our house. This was crucial because she tends to reorganize our things and generally disrespect our space. Mark was supposed to communicate this clearly and enforce it. Spoiler alert, he's failing. Miserably. He'll agree with me, but then he'll either postpone telling her or he'll water down the rules. Last week, I was taking a rare shower when I heard a knock. Before I could even towel off, I heard Mark open the door and Eleanor's booming voice. She just popped by to drop off a few things for Leo. A few things turned out to be a monstrous, primary-colored plastic rocking horse that takes up half our living room, a bag of baby clothes that look like they were passed down from a 1980s clown, and get this, a new set of sheer floral curtains for our nursery, because the plain ones were so drab. She was already hanging them when I came out. I was livid. I told her, Eleanor, we talked about this. Visits need to be arranged. We're not expecting company. She just laughed it off, saying, oh, I'm not company, dear, I'm family. And I saw this rocking horse and just had to get it for my grandson. Then the real kicker. She pulled out a container of pureed carrots, Leo is nowhere near solids, and said, time for some real food, little man, and tried to scoop some towards Leo's mouth, who was barely 2 months old at the time. I practically snatched him from her, told her that was absolutely not happening, and that she needed to leave. Mark just stood there, looking uncomfortable, offering her coffee. She finally left after a dramatic sigh about how stressed I was and how she was just trying to help. I had a massive fight with Mark that night. He promised, again, that he'd enforce the boundaries. He told her explicitly over the phone that all visits needed to be scheduled and that help had to be approved. He even agreed to have me present during all visits. Fast forward to yesterday. I had a long-awaited OBGYN appointment, a chance for me to get out alone for an hour. Mark was supposed to be working from home, and I figured he could handle Leo. When I called him on my way back, he casually mentioned, oh, I had an urgent meeting come up, so I called Mom to sit with Leo. My stomach dropped. I reminded him of the no unsupervised time at our house rule. He actually said, well, you weren't going to be here, so it's fine. I walked in to find Eleanor beaming, holding Leo who was sucking on a pacifier. We decided against pacifiers, and she had rearranged the books on our nursery shelf by color, not topic, leaving a trail of glitter from a craft project she'd apparently started. Oh, you're back, she chirped. Leo and I had such a lovely time. I even organized his books for you. And look, he loves his little binky. I honestly don't know what to do. I feel so betrayed by Mark. It's like every time I put up a fence, he secretly builds a little gate for his mom to sneak through. How do I get him to understand that this isn't about me being there or not? It's about our rules for our son and our home. I'm exhausted from being the only one holding the line. Any advice on dealing with both a boundary-stomping mill and a husband who's a perpetual enabler? The community offered support and validation for NewMomDrained's frustrating situation. Readers universally supported the poster, advising her to prioritize her and her baby's well-being by establishing non-negotiable boundaries, even if it means enforcing a timeout from her mill. Many emphasized that her husband's enabling behavior is a major issue that needs to be addressed through couples counseling or clear consequences for his undermining actions, as he is equally responsible for protecting their family unit. User boundaries, Arbliss said. Oh my goodness, you are absolutely not going insane. Your mill is a classic boundary stomper, and your husband is seriously undermining you. The no unsupervised time rule is paramount, especially after she tried to feed your newborn solids. That's a huge safety issue. You need to put your foot down with both of them. Maybe a timeout from mill visits altogether until Mark can actually grow a spine and enforce the rules consistently. User Mama Bear Protect said, my blood is boiling just reading this. Tried to give a 2-month-old solids. Rearranging your nursery. No pacifier rule ignored. This isn't help. It's disrespectful, meddling, and frankly, dangerous. You are 100% right to be livid with Mark. His you weren't going to be here is infuriating. He is choosing his mother's feelings over your comfort and your baby's safety. Couples counseling needs to happen like yesterday. He needs to understand that he's hurting you and your family unit by enabling her. User trying to see both sides said, while I totally agree your mill is out of line, has Mark always been like this with her? Or is this new since the baby? Sometimes new dads are overwhelmed too and revert to old patterns with their own parents. It doesn't excuse his actions, but understanding his motivations might help you tackle it differently, perhaps with a counselor.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.